Hello, and welcome to our second video in our series on the Entrepreneur's Accounting Toolbox. My name is Irfan Ali Moladina, Managing Partner of RMI LLP, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit more on the tax side and some other tips for entrepreneurs out there who are basically needing to manage their financial systems. So first I wanted to touch on a little bit on the taxation side. And today I wanted to touch on one key thing, and that's the key deadlines. So let's talk about your company. Your company's key deadlines start with your corporate filing. Now, corporate filing is due 6 months after your year end. As many people can have a year end, whether it's mid-month, end of the month, basically it doesn't matter what day it is, but your year end tax filings are typically due 6 months after year end. Now, that doesn't mean that's when your taxes are due. So if you owe any corporate taxes, they are always due within 3 months after year end. And that's really important to note, because some people will forget that 3-month deadline and then you get stuck paying some extra interest. If you're outside of the 3-month window, you get tagged on with additional interest. If you're outside the 6-month window, you could be facing penalties on that one. Those start typically at 10%, but they can even go as high as 25% if you're continually filing late. So let's touch on some other key important deadlines. And the next one would be for GST filings. So depending on how often you're required to file, many businesses start out as annual filers, and their GST returns are due 3 months after the fiscal year end. And anybody who is on a quarterly basis, it's 1 month after their fiscal quarter. And those that are monthly, of course, it's on a monthly basis that you need to be filing on that end. So another key deadline to keep in mind. The next one I'll touch on is on payroll. So for payroll purposes, if you are a regular filer, typically you have to pay your source deductions and file your payroll returns by the 15th of the following month. Now, there are some people who get an exemption and they can file on a quarterly basis. And if you're a quarterly remitter, of course, it's going to be every 3 months. It's going to be by the 15th of the following month after the quarter. And if you are one of those that's required to file twice a month, then of course you got to file with your payroll. You got to be filing your regular payroll remittance and making sure you're paying that payment too. So a lot of key important dates to note for entrepreneurs on their personal side. Now, in Canada, our personal taxes follow a January to December year end, and so most returns are all due by end of April. If you are a sole proprietorship, you do get an extension till June 15th, but your taxes are still due by end of April. Last couple things I want to touch on here on key deadlines, and that is any T-slip filing. So if you have to file T5s or T4s for employees or other partners, those are all due by the end of February of each year, and those are based on a calendar basis. So just some key dates to keep in mind, and I hope that helps you on your journey in terms of learning accounting for entrepreneurs. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And it's Irfan Ali with RMI. Thank you.